Hey everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Amanda. I know it's been a while since I've done a cooking video and I'm so excited. Today it's actually Friday family movie night and my husband's gonna be grilling up some burgers for us tonight for dinner. So I wanted to go ahead and make some homemade hamburger buns that are made with wheat, and then I'm gonna make some almond flour bread that's gluten-free. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the almond flour bread first. And we're gonna go ahead and set the oven to 350 degrees. And we're gonna go ahead and start getting all our ingredients in. And I'm gonna show you how to make it. It's really simple. It tastes great. I really like it. I'm gluten-free and this is gluten-free. So that's why we're starting with this first. Let's go ahead and get that one going. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our dry ingredients. And we're gonna be using a food processor for this one. So that way we can blend it up for all the dry ingredients that are going into it. Okay, so we are gonna need 2 1/4 cups of almond flour. And I have this Kirkland brand of almond flour. I really like it. It's a great price. I wanna say it was $9.99 and I absolutely love it. I even make muffins too with it for the kids and they love it. So let me go get some measuring cups and we'll go ahead and get that into the food processor. Okay, so 2 1/4 cups of almond flour. And whenever you do use this almond flour, you know, after you open it, you put it in the fridge. That way it stays nice and fresh. Okay, so I have 2 cups. Now I need 1/4 cup. Okay, now we need 1/4 cup of flaxseed. And I really like this one. This one I got as well at Costco. And it's organic milled flax seeds. And it's really nice because it's really nice and smooth. It's like almost pre-ground up. And it's really nice. So we just need 1/4 of that. So 1/4 cup of that, and we're gonna go ahead and put that as well in the food processor. Wanna say hi? He's having a snack. Okay, after that, we are going to need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Let me get 1/2 teaspoon. We need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And we also need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now we're gonna go ahead and pulse this together until they're well combined. On the recipe, it says pulse about 10 times, but you'll know your food processor better. So go by what you are visually seeing, you know, combining them together. So use your best judgment on that. And I will have the recipes linked down below in the description box. So that way you have everything in it that you know, if you want to read it as well. So is it good? We're getting like a little bit, some figs here. Oh, bless you. We're getting the last minute little figs here and there, and this one loves figs. So he's really excited when we get another one that pops up on the tree because it's ending the season of fig season for us. So he's really happy to get some here and there. Huh, aren't you? Yum. Let me show you what this looks like. So here's how it looks. It's just really mixing it all nicely together. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and add in our wet ingredients. I'm gonna go ahead and put these away. And these both go in the fridge to stay fresh after you open them. I actually really like adding this a lot to smoothies. I make like granola bars, anything like that, muffins. It's really good on top of yogurt. It's really tasty. Huh. Hi. You got me? Do you got me? Huh? I see you. Okay, so now we need our wet ingredients. And we're gonna crack 5 eggs into here. And if you know me, I love saving my eggshells. And I like to freeze the eggshells until I have like a good amount of them to bake them in the oven. That way then I sprinkle them all throughout the garden beds. Okay, so we need 5 eggs for this recipe. 1. You want to count with me? 1, 2, 3, me go wash my hands. I'll be right back. All right, we need 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. We need 1 tablespoon of honey. Now, if I didn't use olive oil first, then I would spray my tablespoon with some hand spray so that way the honey just glides right out. But because I used the olive oil first, I'm just going to go ahead and do the honey right in afterwards. And we need 1 tablespoon of honey. Yeah? All right, so we're just going to go ahead and dump this in. 1 tablespoon of honey. My 2 oldest kids are in school now, so we are getting on a new routine. Yeah. All right, you need 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Now we are going to go ahead and blend this up. Oh, be right back. Now we are going to go ahead and blend this up. And you want everything to combine nicely. Let me get a spatula and we're going to scrape down the sides and then we're going to blend it one more time. Hi, buddy. Are those good? The big yummy? Okay, we're going to go ahead and give it 1 more blend. Okay. I have a 9x5 loaf pan, and I'm going to go ahead and spray it with some Pam spray. Yeah, we are totally getting used to our new routine without the other 2 here at the house. He's definitely thrown off because he really misses them a lot. And so, I mean, it's really nice we're getting one-on-one time and playtime and that kind of thing, but definitely trying to get back on a routine. So, yes, I'm really excited. All right, so I have a 9x5 loaf pan, and we're going to go ahead and spray it with some Pam spray. And you want to spray it nicely because if you don't... Hi. I have had where there was like a little bit of the batter on the outside and it took a while to really get it off. So definitely spray it nicely. So here's how nicely I'm spraying it. And this looks really good. I do really like this one. Yeah. I think someone's almost ready for a nap. So we're going to get this into here and in the oven, and then I'm going to get him down for a nap. And then we can start on the next, the hamburger buns that are made with wheat. So this is gluten-free. Let's go ahead and scrape this in. Yeah. You want to think of the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, I, N, C. All right, I am going to be right back. I'm going to get him settled and situated, and then we will get this in the oven. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. He is down on the floor playing with some stuff. So let me continue scraping the batter off the blade here. Don't want to lose any of that good stuff. Okay, we'll put these in the sink. All right, now we're going to scrape the rest of this. And definitely scrape down the sides. Make sure that you get, you know, all of it. I really like this toasted up and then having butter with some of the jams that I made this summer, the fig jam, strawberry jam, and it's really tasty. This is a nice little treat, you know, for me being gluten-free and something that's easy to make. I'm not using the bread machine for it. This will be my second time making this, and even my kids really liked it. All right, I think I got it pretty good. Okay, now we are just gonna spread it out in the loaf. Let me show you how I'm doing that. So I'm just spreading this out in the loaf pan. Okay, so I do have some splats on the side, like in here and in here. And what I was saying earlier is that you definitely want to try to remove those, because if not, it does really stick to the pan and it kind of burns it. So I am just removing any of that almond flour mixture off. See right there. That way we don't have any of the burn marks and it takes forever to wash up. Okay, it is all done. It is a very thick batter. It is optional if you want to add some herbs into it, like rosemary. But being that we are having this with burgers tonight, I don't want to add any herbs to it. I just want it, you know, simple. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven that we have preheated. It's at 350, and we're going to bake it for 30 to 35 minutes until it has like a nice golden brown top on the top. Setting my timer. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up, and then we're gonna go ahead and start on the next stuff, which we are making the wheat hamburger buns for dinner tonight. So we'll be right back. Okay, we are gonna go ahead and start on making our hamburger buns that are made with wheat, and we're gonna start with 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of water, and we're gonna go ahead and microwave that. I'm gonna microwave it for a minute. And while that's microwaving, we need 2 tablespoons of dry active yeast. And I am using my KitchenAid with the dough hook, and we're gonna whip that all together. And so I'm using my glass bowl attachment. And so we need 2 tablespoons of dry active yeast, and this is the active yeast that I'm using. And so we're gonna go ahead and just put that into the bowl. Also need to reset my timer back. That way I don't overcook my bread that is the almond flour in there. So we're gonna go ahead and take the thermometer, which I have right here, and we're gonna check to see if it's 110 degrees for the water before we add it to the bowl. We're 110. Oh. There we go, 110. Oh, now 111, 113. All right, we're gonna wait just a little bit, let it cool down. We're gonna let it cool down. In the meantime, while that's cooling down, we're gonna go ahead and get the other ingredients ready. Okay, so we need 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. And we need a 1/4 cup of sugar. Of white sugar. We're just going to set these aside. Now that we have our 2 tablespoons of active dry yeast, we're going to add in our 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of warm water that is 110 degrees. We're going to go ahead and add in our 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, our 1/4 cup of white sugar. Just going to go ahead and give this just a little whisk. And we're going to set the timer for 5 minutes. My 5-minute timer is set, so that way the yeast extract can react and get foamy, and that's what we want to see. So the timer set for 5 minutes for that, and we have 9 minutes and 33 seconds left on the oven for the bread, and it's looking really good. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. We are halfway through, and this is what it looks at like at 2.5 minutes. So we have 2.5 more minutes to go, and we'll start the next step. Okay, my 5-minute timer just went off. Let me show you how it looks nice and foamy from the active dry yeast. Looks really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and start adding in the next stuff. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and whisk in an egg. So I'm using 1 egg. Just gonna add it right into it. And then I'm just gonna mix it until it's nice and whisked in. I'm gonna go wash my hands real fast. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt. Gonna go ahead and put it on my stand, and we're gonna slowly add in 3 cups to like 3.5 cups of flour into there. All right, so let me go ahead and get my flour. Okay, we need 3 to 3.5 cups of flour, and again, this is a wheat hamburger bun recipe that I am using. It is not gluten-free. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on and check on the bread. I'm gonna wash my hands real fast. The bread looks perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It looks beautiful. All right, so we're gonna let it cool for a good 30 minutes, and it's gonna be really great tonight, and I'll show you how I'm gonna cut it for having it on a burger, because it is kind of thin, but it is really nice. I like that I can have it for a burger or a sandwich, for toast, for breakfast in the morning with some jam on top. So let's go ahead and add some more flour into the bowl. My timer did just go off, so I took it out like a minute before. So my little one's getting into my pots and pans. I let it go for a good 29 minutes, but the top looks perfect. Hi. All right, so we're gonna add another cup of flour. Two cups of flour. And now I do have the oven set for 350 degrees right now, being that we had the almond flour bread in there just not too long ago. And in this recipe for the 40-minute hamburger buns that I am doing, my family really likes this recipe. So we're gonna preheat the oven to 425 degrees. We're just gonna go ahead and get that going. All right, so let's preheat to 425. I'm gonna go ahead and put in another cup of flour. So now we will have a total of 3 cups in here.
I have in the past just added 3.5 cups all together and then just blended it because I was in a rush, and then just knead it for 3 to 5 minutes until it is the consistency you need.
I'm just gonna put these in the sink. I'll be right back. We get a spatula to scrape down the sides. We get all that extra flour in there, so then we can decide if we need a little bit more flour. And don't mind my youngest, he is slamming pots and pans down on the floor right now. Hi. All right, my sides are scraped down. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back on. Hi, buddy. Here's all the eggs I have been saving lately from all my baking that I've been doing. And then I just add it in. And then when I do get time, you know, once it really fills up, I have to make time or just start another bag and then, you know, do it then. But definitely I will be trying to get to this soon, and, you know, cooking it up in my oven and then putting it out in the garden. Now, I don't really grow anything in the wintertime just because I focus more on the family and things with the holiday stuff. I normally do all my gardening in the summertime, and that's when I thoroughly really enjoy it. And I feel like I benefit a lot with the garden stuff with my family. So I try to focus more on my family with holiday things during the winter time. So anyways, but I still get all this stuff going and prepped and ready, so that way it's still keeping the soil nice and good. All right, let me put this back in the freezer. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add another half cup, because it's not where I want it to be for consistency. All right, so that's 3.5 cups of flour in here total. So we're gonna go ahead and let this mix together until we get it to like a nice consistency that we want. In the meantime, I'm gonna kind of clean this up in here. We have a little more room. It's still going. You want to let it go for like 3 to 5 minutes. While that's still going, I'm gonna go ahead and put parchment paper down on my cookie sheet. I'm gonna spray it with some pan spray. I'm just going to set this aside for the time being. He's getting into all kinds of stuff in my kitchen. He loves it, and I love it too, because all my kids did this, and it's one of those like kid milestones, you know, when they're in the kitchen with you. So. Okay, it's definitely how I want it to be. We're going to go ahead and scrape down the sides. Okay, so I have parchment paper out, and I'm going to dust it with some flour. Let me go ahead and put my hair back. So, the littlest is getting ready. He's really tired now. Hi. But we really don't want to let the dough rise. That's what this makes it really neat, because it's easy. So let me find something for him and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to let him play with my oven mitts. There you go, bud. I'm going to play with that one too. Okay. Get a little flour on my hands. And you want it smooth and elastic, like elastic kind of, you know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this. And we're gonna go ahead and dump it out.
I should have spread out the flour on the parchment paper a little bit more, so that way the dough would not stick to the parchment paper and it would roll a lot easier.
I feel like I'm rushing too, so that way then I can get him down for a nap. I know he's tired. We're still learning our new schedule that the kids now are in school, so it's definitely really different. We are on week 2. I haven't really had time to do a lot of, you know, cooking videos because we've just been so busy getting ready for school and that kind of stuff, and you know, enjoying the last few weeks of summer together as well. So, okay, so now we're gonna should have spread out the flour a little bit better. It's okay, we'll make it work and it'll still be good. And it seems like everyone just keeps knocking on my door today, so just had more people there knocking and ringing the doorbell, so little interruptions here and there, but we will still make it through and get this nice. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just really trying to roll it up into like a ball, so that way I can divide it into into 8 balls, because we're going to be able to get 8 hamburger buns out of this. Perfect. It's looking so good. Okay, I'm going to go wash my hands, even though I know I'm going to get my hands messy again. But that way then I can get my stuff kind of set up for how I want it, so when I get them all shaped into balls. Be right back. Okay, so we're going to take this and divide it into 8 like triangles. And yes, I am using a pizza wheel, but this is what I have. So, and it still works. So we're dividing it into 8 triangles.
I have made this recipe many times for my family because they really like it, and I like how easy it is to actually whip it up really fast. But this is the first time that I've had this happen to where my pizza wheel does not go through the dough easily like I would like it to. So I should have added more flour to the mixing bowl, or I should have added more flour to my surface when I was shaping it up into a nice ball, but definitely I was lacking some flour. So I added some more flour to it so that way I could shape it better.
Okay, now I'm gonna roll them into the balls. Go ahead and set it down.
I'm gluten-free, so I can't eat this, but my family likes this. And you know, when we have burgers one night, and then I'll try to plan out another meal that goes well with buns. So I'll do pulled pork another night, or I'll have it to where we are gonna do like use it for toast and just add butter and jam to it, and the kids like that. Or make egg sandwiches.
Or I could roll it and shape it a little bit better.
I do like how this dough turns out when it is baked. My family has said it's really nice and fluffy, so I would like to take this recipe and try playing around with it to make donuts and stuff it with some of my apple fig jam that I make, or try to make like a pizza ball. I don't know, I just really want to play around with it because it is really nice how it does. It doesn't take long, and my family does really like this a lot, so I want to play around with it this winter. If you don't have a mixer or you don't want to use a mixer, you can knead by hand. Definitely flour the surface so that way you can definitely knead it to the consistency that you want it to be. I really like using parchment paper when I do wheat dough, because that way then it's easy for me to clean up to make sure that I get every little piece of flour that's left over and into the trash. I also, once I'm done, I definitely thoroughly wipe down my counter and clean it up because I am gluten-free. Now have 8 balls for hamburger buns, and now that they're done, we're going to go ahead and take a kitchen towel and cover it and let it rest for 10 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get my son down for a nap because he is really tired and ready for one.
All right, I have my towel on top. We're going to let it rest for 10 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 10 minutes, and I'm going to get this one down for a nap, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it has been 10 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and take the towel off. Oh, they look really good. I got my youngest down for a nap, and we are going to make like an egg wash to put on top. Let me show you what they look like. Here's how they look. They're not perfect in size. Like this one's a little bit bigger than that one, but that's fine because then that one could either be for breakfast for my kids with jam on top. That one's really big. Definitely getting interrupted today with the people knocking on the door. Definitely kind of made me really rush things around, and also my son trying to get back on track with a new routine. So let's go ahead and make the egg wash. So I have 1 tablespoon of water in here. And we need 1 egg yolk. So we don't need the egg whites, because I was about to put that in there. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm just gonna whisk this together as I make a mess and spill some over on the side. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take this and we're gonna brush it on the top. Now, you can add sesame seeds to this if you would like. I don't have any, so I'm not going to do that. I've not added sesame seeds before in the past when I make these. These are really nice. They are a big hit. I've made them in a pinch where I was throwing a birthday party and I needed some buns, so I threw them together that morning of the party, and they were a really big hit. So these are really nice. The only thing that you want to try to do is make sure that the eggs don't fall on the side like it did on that one here. So I will just try to clean that up because then it'll have kind of like, it'll bake eggs on it basically. So you just kind of want to just brush it on the top. I get a paper towel. And I'm just going to kind of clean up this little egg stuff here on this side. Because again, I don't want it to like bake eggs. You don't have to do this.
But it is nice when you don't have baked eggs hanging off the side of your bun.
Okay, I got most of the eggs up that I got. Okay, now that they're ready, we're gonna go ahead and put them in the oven for 8 to 12 minutes until they have a nice golden brown top color. And again, we had set the oven and preheated it already to 425. I'm setting my timer for 8 minutes. I'd rather set it at the lower setting, so then that way I can check on it, make sure that it looks how I want it to look, and if I need more time, I'm just gonna add more time. So again, 8 to 12 minutes. So we'll be back in 12 minutes and I'll show you what they look like. In the meantime, I'm gonna clean up. My kitchen is a war zone. I am definitely walking over every little pot and pan that he has placed down here with Legos and spatulas that he was playing with. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up in the meantime. So see you guys in 8 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take this bread and I'm gonna put it on a plate so I can go ahead and cut some up for tonight. Let me show you. Well, my timer just went off, so let me grab that out. And we'll check to see how they look first of all. They look really good. I'm really excited about this. My family does really love this recipe, and I like how easy it is to make. Although definitely I had a lot of interruptions today, but I still managed to make it look really good. So let me go ahead and set this down and turn the oven off. Okay, in the meantime, we're gonna let those rest for a second, and we're gonna go ahead and cut up the gluten-free almond flour bread that we made. As you can see in the background, I still have quite a bit to pick up still from when he napped. And or while he's napping. Okay, this is not hot at all, and it is very thin, but let me show you how I cut it. Okay, I'm gonna cut it in half. This half I will save for when I do like either other sandwiches or for toast in the morning, and cut it this way for toast. Now, because I want a hamburger, like, you know, shaped for that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it down in the center. Let me show you a little bit better angle of it. So I'm gonna cut it into 3 sections. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, a little piece broke off. That's good. Okay, so now that I have it into 3 sections, this will be my bottom, and this will be my top. And this other piece I can save for like a sandwich, cut it in half, or I can use it for toast with jam. But this will be my bun for tonight, and I will toast it up instead of zapping it in the microwave, because I find that when I toast this, but like before putting a burger on it, it gives it a nice consistency, and it does help hold it together. Gluten-free bread, you know, could all be so different, and you know, everyone, if you're gluten-free, you want to just find that right bread or a nice medium of the bread, like how soft or the texture of it. This one's nice because I tend to have almond flour on hand a lot, and I like that it's easy, and I wanted something that I could whip up easy today, being that we're getting back on track with our routine. And it was quite a bit of little obstacles to juggle today between nap time and people knocking on the door. So anyways, enough of me talking. So now that that is all ready, I will have my bread for tonight, and everyone else will have some bread too. So let me go ahead and go pull those apart, and we can let those rest on this other plate. And look how nice that is. They're definitely nice and warm. Now, I have made this bread, these buns, quite a bit in the past, and I have made it to where they were a lot equal in size, and then they didn't stick together, which was really nice. So they do have these like odd shapes on the side because they were all stuck together. That's fine. They'll still taste great to everyone else. I wish I could eat them because they feel nice and fluffy. They're really nice. But I'm gonna let these cool down before I cut them in half. So tonight, before we go to have burgers, I will cut them in half. My husband's gonna grill, and I'll show you how I have everything placed in it, and I'll cut it later so you can really see how it looks on the inside. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed what I made. I will be doing some more stuff in the future and hopefully get better with our routine now that it's just my son and I home and the kids are at school. He's really getting used to it just being the two of us. I think he's really gotten used to both kids being home and that kind of stuff. So, but thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. Please subscribe.
It's dinner time and it's time to cut the buns. My husband's getting ready to go ahead and grill. I just want to get everything set and prepped, but look how fluffy those are. Everyone loves them. I'm really excited that they love them and that they're really easy to make. I really love when it's hamburger night because we get to use pickles that we canned. My family really loves these. It's really nice that they came from our garden and I know exactly how they were made. The burgers look great. The buns look fabulous. My bread looks amazing. I love how everything turned out. It's so tasty. My family loves these buns. You're definitely going to have to try this recipe. It's super easy and I love how fluffy they are for them. Mine was amazing for being gluten-free, and I liked how it all held together. I definitely toasted my bread so that way it gives it a stronger consistency for when you put ketchup on it. It was really good. Everyone enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and please subscribe.